Why you keep seeing 000 all the time, we're going to do this pretty succinctly, going over to 000 angel number meaning. This is the last video in the week of angels. Of course, this is not happening during that week because we could only do 7 of them if we were going to do one a day, and I didn't want to do multiple videos a day. But essentially, we're going to very succinctly, very quickly go over what this means, or at least some of the interpretations of this number. Again, like I say, with all of these angel numbers, only take this on board if it resonates with you. If this resonates with your heart, something that I say, most likely that is the message that is coming through, because it's our heart, our soul, our gut. These are the tools that tell us whether something applies to us or not in this moment. So make sure that's what's happening. You're not just attaching to it intellectually, because it's very essential that it's something that actually resonates. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, one thing that this number can represent, and the message that could be coming through, like a lot of other angel numbers, is a reminder that you are one with the infinite creator. You know, it's kind of like like a cycle in a sense, like a closed loop, that everything is of the creator and everything returns to the creator. You are of the creator and you will eventually return to the creator. And just to remember that you are one with the creator, that support is there. That is ultimately what you are. You know, one thing I love to say is I am a divine, infinite, co-creative being, because I know and feel that to be that to be true. And anytime I align with this, any of my so-called, you know, problems usually dissipate. They go away because I'm able to identify with that which I truly am. And so this number a lot of times will come in to remind you of that, because how often do we forget, you know, what we actually are? We get involved in things that maybe are, you know, majoring in minor things that kind of knock us off path or whatever else. But when you recognize that you are one with the creator, that you are a part of that's what you return to, and then you get to play this game time and time again. But that's ultimately what we're here doing. We're discovering what we actually are. We're connecting to that. We're living from that. When you start to become reminded of that very often by seeing this number, it helps you to move back onto that path. Certain things start to become unimportant, and you realize, why am I worried about this? Holy crap, I'm connected to the creator. I'm a divine, infinite, co-creative being. I don't even need to look at this. I want to focus on this. I want to focus on my heart path. I want to focus on my soul. I want to focus on really feeling that connection to the creator, really feeling my co-creative abilities. And so this is one of the things that this number can represent. And so actually, if that resonates with you, please give this video a thumbs up and put in the comments below, I am one with the infinite creator. Really feel that out as you write it. Look at it after you've written it and really connect to the idea that I am one with the infinite creator. This is an amazing identity to have, because in my eyes, it's 100% true. And you can actually feel the truth of it when you write it out, you look at it, you feel for it, and you'll be able to connect to something if you actually do that long enough. For some people, it might be quicker, but still put that down below, align with that, know that to be true. And there's one other thing about this I want to go over. So another thing that this can mean, another interpretation, is that you are just becoming more and more aligned to your higher self. Now, your higher self is obviously a version of you that is very connected all of the time to the creator, understands that it's one with the creator, understands its connection. And a lot of times when you're consistently seeing this as well, it is that you are becoming more and more connected to that higher self. Now, the interesting thing about a higher self is the higher self is also you. And in a way, by being connected more and more to that higher self, you start to move more into that version of yourself. You know, I mean, I'm not going to get to it in this video, but there are ideas that there are infinite versions of yourself, you know, in the multiverse theory and other things of that nature. And when you are more and more connected to this higher version of yourself, ultimately what's happening is you are moving yourself more into that. And so maybe you see your higher self and you're connecting to that, and it's someone who moves more from this idea of understanding that they are one with the creator, and that's how they live. And you're moving more and more into that until eventually you'll wake up one day and you'll realize, holy crap, I'm living as the higher self I once perceived when I was like a few years back. And so when you're seeing this number, can also represent that. So if you're doing the work, if you are constantly reminding yourself of what you are and you're living from that, this could be this coming in, you know, encouraging you, going like, you're really connected to your higher self right now. You're moving more and more into that. Keep going, because ultimately, again, what I believe is we are here to experience what we truly are in deeper and deeper forms. We are here to experience that we are part of the universe, that we are one with the creator. And as we do that, we will move into higher and higher versions of ourselves, time and time and time and time again. And so as you are doing this, it is a sign that, wow, I'm doing the work, I am in this connection, and the more I stay connected to this, just the higher that you rise. It's not that the higher version, I just want to say before we end, is better than any other version of you. You're always in the perfect place for you right now. You're always exactly where you need to be. Never feel guilty because, oh, the higher version. You know, the higher version we can just think of as the higher consciousness version, or further along the path. But in the same way that the acorn seed is no greater than the tree that comes from it, you know, or that a second grader isn't worse off because they're not in fifth grade and the fifth grader's better. It's just a different part along the path in the journey. And also understand that this path has no destination. There is no real beginning point or end point, so there's no even comparison of which is better or which is worse. There's nowhere to get to, so to speak. And so understand, just because it's a higher version, don't think like, oh, I'm the lower version. Oh no, I'm the small little lower version. That's not what it means. It's just we're using that as a measuring system to be like, oh, this is the version of you that's living like this more often, and that's what it looks like, right? And that's what you're aspiring to be and to move into and to connect to. So I just want to throw that in there. Again, the analogy of like, is a first grader any worse than a fourth grader just because they're in different grades and further along in an educational path? No. And so in the same way, the higher version of you isn't more right or more wrong, but it is kind of a preview of where your life is moving towards. And so get excited about it and keep connecting to it. So it's probably a little less succinct than I had anticipated, because went off on a little tangent with the whole like, that's, you know, that's neither right or wrong or better than another. But anyway, I think that's important to understand. You know, there's no point in feeling guilt because you're not in this high. There's always going to be that more exalted higher version, essentially. But it's not, you know, you're always exactly where you need to be. Always. You're always in the perfect situation for you now. Watching this video is probably exactly where you need to be in this moment, especially if you're watching it to this point of the video. So anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. That was the meaning of 000, the angel number. Again, there are many different interpretations of this. So if you are not resonating with the things I have said in this video, perfectly fine. I will not take offense. It's okay. But you can look up some other definitions if you keep seeing this number, different interpretations, different ways that this, or different communications this can represent, and just see which resonates with you and go with that. Anyway, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed doing this new Week of Angels series with you. Remember that you're loved, and I will see you in the next video.